Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I just thought I would jump on here and give you all a little bit of an update. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, you really should, then you will know that I've been in and out of like kind of hospital appointments, doctor's appointments. There's been like a lot going on. I always want to keep it 100% real with you guys. I want to be able to kind of share these things with you so that if you're going through the same thing, then it's nice to know that there's someone out there who was also going through the same thing. So yeah, like at the back end of last year, I had a lot of tiredness, fatigue. I didn't know what was going on. I've always had low iron. I've got a blood trait called alpha thalassemia trait, and it was just, I just felt really drained. I thought it was like low iron. I didn't know whether I was maybe feeling like a little bit of like, I don't know, not depression, but I really felt quite down. And I was at the doctor's getting blood tests for my tummy actually, because I get really upset tummy. As a byproduct of that, we discovered I have an underactive thyroid. So since January, so I think I'm on about week 6 now, I have been taking thyroxine, levothyroxine, I think it's called, and I've got to say it has made a difference. So we'll see, because I know that people who have an underactive thyroid, you know, it does come with like a lot of challenges in the sense that it takes a while to kind of get your levels right, and kind of there needs to be a little bit of tweaking. So I'm hoping that when I go back for my bloods that the doctor will be happy and be able to leave me on these tablets that I'm on now, because at the beginning I was like, oh my god, really worried. Don't want to take a tablet for life, because that's what it means. Once you start taking thyroxine, you have to take it for life. And I was thinking, oh, do you know what? Literally don't want to do that, but it is just replacing a hormone that isn't working anymore. Your thyroid actually is your hub, is the central of producing hormones, and the doctor said that basically my immune system has attacked my thyroid. I mean, how random is that? And basically it's just stopped functioning the way it was. So this thyroxine tablet just replaces the hormones that your thyroid isn't making anymore. And I know a lot of you on Instagram also have underactive thyroid, have had the same kind of problems, and really relate. So it's nice to kind of know that other people are going through the same thing. I'm hoping that we're on the right route, we're on the right plan, and that is just going to go in the right direction. We're going to get my levels to optimum, and I'll just kind of, this is just part of my routine now. But yeah, in amongst all of that, I've always suffered with bad periods. So a bit of backstory, I had really heavy bad periods, and I was on the pill for, I want to say about 9-10 years, from being around 16-17 to being around 26-27. I become more in tune with my body, and I thought, I don't want to be putting something in my body. Like, I just genuinely don't want to be putting something in my body that, you know, potentially could be causing more harm than good. Disclaimer, I'm not here to claim that I'm a medical expert. If you take the pill and it works for you, that's great. But for me, I just wanted to take a break. I thought, you know what? I've been on the pill for years. I would just absolutely love to give my body a little bit of a break. So then I went on natural cycles, which again, I've spoke about on my Instagram. I love it. Actually, I feel like I still have a discount code with them, so I'll check that it's still working, and if I have, I'll leave it in the description. I don't want to drag this video on for too long, so yeah, I'm just going to touch on things. So yeah, I've always had really heavy periods. So I come off the pill when I was about 26-27. Since then, just had really excruciating pains. I get really bad backache, terrible pains in my tummy, in the tops of my legs. Sometimes can't get up, sometimes feel physically sick. It really does dictate my life, and it has done for the past, I would say, 4 or 5 years. You know, I've been back and forwards to the doctor. They've given me different painkillers. The more aware of my body I've become, which, not being on contraception, as in hormonal contraception, it allows you to really get in tune with your menstrual cycle, and I would really recommend doing that at some point in your life, because you can understand the ebbs and flows of your cycle and understand why you feel the way you're feeling. And obviously, because I had an underactive thyroid, you know, the symptoms of that are very extreme fatigue, low libido, and depression, like feelings of depression, and there can be others, there's quite a lot, but those things I was really feeling, and I was just blaming it on my period. I was thinking, oh, you know, I feel really down at the minute, it's because of my period and what have you. And now that I'm taking thyroxine, I can really see my period for what it is, because I'm on an even keel, if that makes sense. I think it's important to be in tune with your body, and I've become more aware of what my body's doing. But with that being said, I do get a lot of pain, so it's not normal to have like this much pain, and I feel like we're just conditioned to think, do you know what, it's fine, I'm on my period, it's painful, it is what it is. But it isn't what it is. We shouldn't be having excruciating periods. Like, we're told, oh, it's period pain, it's cramp, blah blah, but we shouldn't be in agony. And this is why I was then pushing to be investigated. So as it happens, back end of last year I was getting very bad tummy pains. I've always had IBS. I am quite an anxious person. I definitely was an anxious person in my mid-20s. I had a lot going on, and that triggered IBS for me. So that was kind of unfortunate, because my body's stress response just went boom, straight to my tummy. Your tummy's got so many nerve endings. Literally, your tummy is your second brain. It's very sensitive. If you think about when you're excited, you get butterflies, your belly flips if you're gonna go into a job interview. All of your emotions seem to sit there. It's almost like the epicenter of your emotions, and honestly, I'm always bloated. But anyways, I was having really bad IBS symptoms. And okay, where was I? My battery died, which is not ideal, so I've got it plugged in, so hopefully it lasts. And I'm really sorry about the lighting. I haven't set my new lights up yet. It was quite bright, but then it's Manchester, so it's like light, dark, raining, snowing, all of that good stuff. But yeah, I had a really bad IBS flare up, I thought, and I was absolutely ill. I spent about 6 hours on and off the toilet, TMI, and the excruciating pains that were coming from one side of my tummy and make massive gurgling noises, and it was just so painful. I was being sick as well, which I'm not normally sick. And anyways, I went to the doctor, I think 2 days later. She examined me and she was like, look, let's do a tummy scan. So this was before Christmas, this was November. So I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's see what's going on. So the scan actually got delayed, and I ended up only having the scan the week of my birthday. So that was January. I think I went for the scan around the 29th-ish. Was it the 29th or was it the week after my birthday? Anyways, it was definitely delayed. The doctor forgot to put it in and request it. So anyways, I went for the scan. The sonographer was a bit like, oh, you know, oh, not sure what I can see. We can't really see your left ovary. So I was like, right, okay, cool. So she's like, can I do an internal? So if any of you girlies know that how it is being a girl, all of our goods are inside, you know. So we always have to have those internal things, don't we? And this is when I just wish I was a guy. I was really lying there thinking, I'm coming back in my next life as a guy. But then I thought, I'm not sure if I'd want to. Yeah, they did an internal. She couldn't give me the results, which did make me a bit fearful, and said the doctor will be in touch. So the doctor was back in touch literally the next day. She said it would be a week. She rang the next day. She was like, I'm not really happy with what they could see. Don't know whether it was maybe an endometriosis cyst. We can't really decide. I'm going to have you in for some urgent bloods and we'll go from there. Fine. Can you come in tomorrow? Cool. Panicked. Felt like my life was over. Freaked out. Went for the bloods. The bloods come back with indications that weren't the best. So some of the bloods were positive, but some of the bloods weren't great. So then she was like, I need to make an urgent gynecologist appointment at the hospital because we're still not getting the answers that we need 100%. So I was thinking, well, endometriosis does sound like the obvious, because realistically, I have been thinking that it is that for about a year, maybe 2 years. All of the signs and signals do point towards that, but then you just don't know. So I spent nearly 2 long, hard, draining weeks waiting for my gynecology appointment, thinking, is it this, is it that, is it this, is it that? And I had my appointment on, I think it was like 3 days ago. The registrar was great, she was amazing, the doctor. She basically would like me to have an MRI scan so that they can look at things in more depth, and then depending on what the MRI scan says, they will want to ideally do surgery. So that will be, I can't pronounce the word, a laparoscopy, laparoscopy, I don't know. Oh, there's a magpie. Does anyone else salute magpies? So yeah, that's what she wants to do. I don't have my date for the MRI scan, but it's going to be within the next few weeks, and I don't have a date for the procedure. So that's where I am at the minute. Now, I wanted to make this video because absolutely so many of you guys have been messaging me asking if I'm okay, I've not been myself, which I haven't been myself. You know what I'm normally like. I'm positive, I'm bubbly, I'm upbeat, I want to share everything with you. I want to just be like everything to everyone and help everyone and just be as present as I can be. But I literally just didn't want to be on social media whatsoever. I was just so overwhelmed. But I am making this video because I do want to let you guys know that if you're going through the same stuff as me, or you have gone through the same stuff as me, or you're watching this in the future and you're going through it right now, I want you to be able to take some comfort from this, because I want you to know that you're not alone, and that these two health issues that have just been presented to me, it's a lot. It really is. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. Add on top of that I do have health anxiety, and I have spoke about this on my Instagram before. I've had health anxiety since I was a child, as long as I can remember. That's for another video. The worry is just enormous, but I really want to say that you can take comfort from the fact that know that you are going to get the support and help and the procedures that you do need. And I'm just going to keep you updated if that's something that you want. I know when I had a gastroscopy about 1.5 years ago, a lot of people have really benefited from watching that and messaged me and said thank you so much. So I definitely will keep you posted. We'll let you know the next steps, what's happening, where I'm at. And I do think we need to talk about endo. I think we need to be aware of it. I think it needs to be taken seriously. It's not just bad periods, it's a lot. That's where we're at. Hoping that I get a date for the MRI ASAP. Hoping that I get a date for the surgery ASAP. Yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update. I am feeling a lot better than I was. I feel like we're pretty certain that that's what it is, and it's not anything sinister, because that was the fear. I think I'm going to leave it here. This video is definitely long enough. Please feel free to comment below or message me on Instagram if you have a similar situation, you're going through anything similar. I know I've spoken about 2 medical conditions there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of the love and support, all of the messages, all of like your concern, and all of the sweet words that I've had over the past few months when you've noticed that I've not been myself. Because let me tell you, there has been so much going on, but there's only so much that I can share. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your continued support, and I love you all so much, and I'll see you again next time. Bye guys.